Saturday the 28th of September 2013, and with both Liverpool and Everton not playing, football would be pretty quiet around Merseyside, but on the peripheral of the city in Runcorn, both the local side Runcorn Linnets and Cammell Laird from Birkenhead were preparing for a local derby match in the FA Cup and a place in the last 196 of the competition. For Cammell Laird, at least, it started with a meet at Kirkland's before the relatively short 40-odd mile round trip up the M56 to the Millbank Linnets Stadium. On arrival, Cammell Laird's were in good spirit, and there was an air of confidence about the side from the Evo Stick Northern Premier League setup as they prepared to face a side from a division below. But aside, Cammell Laird manager Tony Sullivan believes they have players of real quality and the ability to play at a higher level.
You know, these have got quality right through the side. You know, and this should be a league fixture for me. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, a lot of teams will do well to be promoted in front of these this season, so, you know, it's going to be a massive game today.
For the winners, it's £4,500 and one step closer to that dream tie. But certainly the prize money makes a real difference, especially to sides like Cammell Laird.
For our club, you know, every penny's vital. You know, we don't get that many through the gates. You know, we're coming here today, and, you know, these are probably have 300, 400 on the gate. You know, and we just, you know, it'd be nice for us to go out every week in front of 300, 400, but, you know, you can't bemoan this, you know, things like that. You just got to work hard and do what you're doing.
For Runcorn Linnets, a new club formed from the previous Runcorn and Halton FC, only 8 years old, and they've got a great setup in place for a great future.
It's a fantastic football club. It's resurrected from what it was, but there's really genuine football people here who love the club and want to see it do well, and to be part of it at the moment is nice. We had a little bit of success last year, and, you know, we'd love to be able to give them more trophies at the end of the year. So yeah, today and the other big games we've got coming up, we'll be part of that.
And to ensure more big games at the Millbank Stadium, they have to overcome opponent number 4 today in the FA Cup. The only side left in the competition from the North West Counties Premier Division, and it's not just the financial rewards which are obviously welcome at Runcorn, but the chance to test themselves against higher opposition.
As you say, every team's got a view about what they want to achieve out of the FA Cup. Lots of it's primarily around finance, but I don't think for us, I think from our perspective, we've got a view that we want to test ourselves against the sides from a higher level, because obviously we want to be looking to get promoted next season, and if we can do that, then this gives us an opportunity to see where we are against the likes of Laird, who finished runners up last year. So from that side of things, there's lots of different, you know, things that it gives us playing in the cup.
Going into the game, Sullivan insists that although they play at a lower level of football in the ladder, Runcorn Linnets will be favourites going into the game, something Joey Dunn believes is a bit of kidology on Sullivan's part.
Well, if he's either a football manager or a bookmaker, one of the two, if he wants to be a bookmaker, I'm fine with that. I don't have an issue about that. That's up to him. But I think it's a bit of kidology from Sully. You know, at the end of the day, if you have a view that the team in the lower league is the favourites, then I don't really think you've got the right view of your own team, have you?
For Dunn and Sullivan, the time for talking was over, and at 5-3 on Saturday, the players made their way out onto the field of play. It may be a far cry from the £60 million plus playoff in May for the big boys, but in contrast, the £4,500 up for grabs today will be very welcomed by both sides, and the stakes were very high. With a crowd of well over 400 in the Millbank Stadium, it was the home side who began the brighter of the two. After some good work on the right, Hickey's cross was met by Horton. His header was just off target, an early warning for the Camels. The closest the Camels came was from Jamie Henders. After winning the ball some 40 yards out, he went for a long-distance effort, almost catching Robertson out in the Linnets' goal. But that was as good as it got for Laird, who were disappointing throughout. In the half hour, Runcorn almost led. Again a cross from the right, this time the header from Wade, hitting the crossbar. On 36 minutes it was Runcorn who took the lead. A splendid left-footed free kick from Matty Cross, sending the Millbank into raptures, and the Linnets one step closer to the third qualifying round. And towards the end of the game, Laird's would be reduced to 10 men. Shea Dysart tangling with a Runcorn player, who received a second yellow card before a resulting red. And the game would stay at 1-0. The side from the North West Counties League would march on to the third qualifying round of the FA Cup, an achievement that far surpasses most expectations.
Yeah, very, very pleased. At the beginning of the day we said we wanted to be in the act for the next round, and we are. Thought we were comfortable, thought we played a real quality game, professional in how we did it. Scored a great goal, probably could have scored another couple more, and if it had been 2 or 3 I don't think anyone would have complained. We spoke at the end only briefly, and one of the things I said to him as a manager is that we found another level, I think, of toughness. I've never felt that it wasn't there, but we had to find it today, and we did, but it was controlled toughness. You know, we put our bodies on the line when we had to, which wasn't that often, but we made the right decisions at the right time, and given us that control right throughout, I felt.
For Cammell Laird, it's back to the bread and butter of the league, but it does leave a sour taste in Sullivan's mouth as he describes his side's performance.
Not good enough, best team won. I told the players about them before the game and how good they'd be, and you know, some of our players have not turned up today, and you know, you wouldn't think we were in the league above after that performance. And fair, you know, credit to Joey and the team that he's got here, because they're a very good side and we had to match them, and we didn't today. I thought there was one lad who stood out for me today, and that was Steve Ferrigan. And sadly, you know, we've brought players in, we want players to do, you know, make decisions, and they've just not made them. It wasn't a good day, and I apologise to everybody who follows Cammell Laird. And if any of our fans have paid in, come and speak to me, and I'll ensure that the players themselves pay them their entrance fee. You know, I think the lads have got some questions to ask at themselves in terms of the performance, but that's been coming for a while. I think sometimes some of our players think they're better than what they are, and more importantly, you know, what we done really well last year was when knuckled down and worked hard, and today, sadly, that was lacking all over.